And welcome back on this Tuesday morning. Let's quickly go over that forecast. I love it when it's like this summertime, or it is actually still spring.
You ain't gonna love it too much because our air conditioning unit is out in our kitchen.
It's okay, we like it hot. 62 degrees out there already this morning. High temperatures around 85. Now you will see some partly cloudy skies today, but full sunshine tomorrow with high temperatures around 87. Get out of the dog's bed. 87 and sunshine. And look at the rest of the forecast. Not bad at all for the rest of the week. Just
What's heck doing a show up here with kids running around everywhere? Bill, I got a question. Y'all go to the movies, you and your family go to the movies?
Yes, we do.
What'd you go see this weekend?
I didn't get to see anything this weekend.
You know what the #1 movie was?
Was it Godzilla?
Yes. You know how much it did? $93 million. $93 million.
Okay.
More than the lifetime story of Jamie Cooper coming out real soon. Godzilla, $93 million.
That's a lot.
I'd like to see it. I really would.
And one other quick question. Now, this is not a question for this. Let's go do a little news right quick while I got you. Police chief resigns. 82-year-old police chief resigns. I think he's up in Massachusetts somewhere. Robert Copeland, 82, this is in USA Today this morning, issued a resignation letter as head of the Wolfsboro Police, according to a commission. A local resident complained after hearing him use a racial slur to describe President Obama. He said, here's his quote after he resigned. You heard this?
No.
I believe I did use the N-word in reference to the current occupant of the White House.
Wow.
For this, I do not apologize. He meets and exceeds my criteria for such.
Oh my goodness. Where's he from? Is it up north somewhere?
Yeah, it's up north. Yeah.
See, that stuff happens up north,
But they don't
and it happens out west, and it doesn't happen down here.
That doesn't.
And they run us down here all the time, and up north is where, and out west where all this stuff happens.
But I mean, a police chief to talk, and then the usher, he does meet and exceed.
Meet and exceed.
That's in USA Today this morning. Oh man! Hey, just a second ago, you were talking about business is starting to pick up and closing housing and loans and stuff, and you see that as a sign the economy is picking up.
Right.
What's making that possible?
There's just a lot of optimism out there right now, and they're even talking about another BRAC.
Another BRAC. I saw that.
But there's so many companies moving here, and it's just so optimistic in this area.
Now the Remington thing is coming here, and they're shutting down a couple of gun line production lines in New York, and they're all mad.
And there's one in Georgia they're shutting down. There's like 6 of them they're shutting down.
They're moving here. Does that mean they're going to be employing more than 2,000 people?
That's what I was wondering. I kept rereading that article to see if there were more, but it would seem like there would be.
And I think the ones in New York are unionized.
Yeah.
And they're kind of upset about that.
Yeah.
How will something like that affect, as a Sweetwater down, and that's been okay too. Yeah. They're building that toll bridge for I think $4 million. How much will that affect the real estate area that you work?
Well, the thing about Remington and Sweetwater is those are non-engineering jobs. You know, we have so many engineering jobs here, and engineering jobs are so great for our economy because they're high-paying jobs, and engineers spend their money in the community. But those jobs are for kind of like everybody else, and they're good jobs with benefits, and people when they get a good job like that, and then they get married, and then they want to go ahead and the American dream is to own your own house, and if you have your own house, you own it. There's laws that say people can't bother you. You can't go on somebody's property, and that's just our dream is to have our own house and where we can live. And
you know what my American dream is right now?
What's that?
Get rid of some houses out
I can relate to that.
That's my American dream, Bill. I mean, is there something wrong with that?
No, there's not.
If anybody's looking to buy, call Bill Mathews, 232-2310, close the loan, or buy some river property, go see Bill. He can set you right.
I sure can.
But you do more than loans.
Right.
That's a lot. You do a lot.
Right.
The majority of them in that.
Yeah. My emphasis is real estate, but
ask for Bill Mathews.
But being a small town attorney, I'm the judge of Ardmore. And I'll be going up to Ardmore tomorrow morning to be judge up there.
So do y'all hold court up there on Wednesday mornings?
Yeah, on Wednesday mornings we sure do. But it's every other Wednesday morning.
Okay.
And then also, I'm one of the attorneys for the Department of Human Resources, and then, I do wills and probate and personal injury, you know, just do a little bit
There was
everything.
a thing the other day, the majority of Americans do not even have a will. What do you suggest to people who don't have
Well, you know,
what they
if
need?
you have a child, you should have a will. If you own a house, you should have a will. If you don't have a will, if something happens to you, you've really inconvenienced, you know, your heirs, your loved ones. You've really inconvenienced them because they've got to go through a lot more, and they got to pay an attorney more money to handle it for them. If you've got a will, you designate who gets what, and you nominate who's going to be your executor or your executrix or personal representative. You nominate the trustee and the guardian. Yeah, you get the final word. If not, you're leaving it up to a judge to decide. And the judge is going to do the best he can do, but he may not know everything. Somebody may be able to come to court and present themselves as the appropriate guardian because they maybe have the best job and look the best, but that may not be who you want to raise your child. You know for a fact that you want, you know, one of your other siblings to raise the child.
Hey, I want to go back to real estate. I've got we've been living in our house just now completed 8 years. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. What do you recommend? You know, everybody, okay, what's it take to close on? 30 days?
Yeah.
30 days?
Some of it faster than that, yeah.
Now, it's not safe to go ahead and move everything out of your house, get ready to move into that house, is it, until it's finalized?
Right.
Because what can go wrong?
Well, you know, there's so many regulations now, and you know, something can go wrong at closing.
Somebody can back out.
Yeah, people can back out.
It's changed
You
the
ever had
law.
that happen?
Oh yeah, you know, we had a closing on Friday that you know, they were ready to move in that weekend, and we started on Friday, but we ended it yesterday. Everybody came back in to close.
Well, they didn't get to move.
They didn't get to move.
But at least they did close.
They did get it closed. They sure did. Yeah, they sure did.
So basically, in your expert opinion, how do you see the housing here in Athens and Limestone County?
I think it's going to do good because, you know, I think it kind of starts over in Huntsville, and Huntsville's hot. There's, you know, Madison's hot, and what happens is the price keeps going up. It's getting to be so expensive in other areas, and then they start looking around, and in Limestone County, we've got good schools, and we've got good houses, and we're getting a new school in Athens, and it's a good bedroom community. This is a great place to drive to Decatur and work, to drive to Huntsville and work, and if you look at our scores, we do a real good job, and if you look at our curriculum, there's a wide variety in the curriculum that's offered here in Limestone County and in Athens, and so I think just because it's booming over there, prices are going to get so high, they're going to come over here.
What is a good weekend or a good time for you and your wife with 3 kids very active in sports? Not doing nothing?
Yeah, you know, last weekend when
You're always somewhere.
Right, when I found out we had to go to Birmingham on Friday night and Saturday, I couldn't believe it because we had been to the state championship game in soccer the weekend before that, and then the weekend before that had been down to Mobile for a track meet, and then at Fort Payne for another soccer game.
Goodness.
And it's been really busy. It really is. The older your kids get, I've got one's a senior and a sophomore and then a 7th grader, and it seems like you get even busier. You know, I used to coach all the teams, but I feel like I'm even busier now than back when I coached the teams.
Don't you ever get tired?
Yeah, I do get tired.
You know what y'all do? Y'all join us in that spinning class, me and your pastor.
That's right.
You could be over there. He's spinning. He just got finished.
Okay, we're going